just a game now. There should be a law where you can't change it more than 2 or 3 times or some shit, you know?
Yeah, but that many people would say that that's why America is so great, is that we could change it for the best or the worst. But there's always going to be that opinion, you know. So it's hard to basically go against America's way of this is how we have it. You know what I mean? So it's hard. It's hard to think about that there's constant change when it should be constantly better change. You know what I mean?
I just hope it doesn't get to martial law where there's door-to-door fucking killings and shit like people.
Yeah, I mean, if it got to that point, I don't know what would happen. Like, the world already wasn't so happy with responding to this, so imagine that. Like, they're gonna be like, America's fallen, everything else is gonna fall, dude. Like, it's just not gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, dude.
I don't know about that. Like, if America falls, like, I feel like other countries are way smarter, way prepared than us. And America's just so, like, into itself to let anybody else shine, you know?
I was gonna bring up one last thing is, there has been a current uprising in Mexico as well, in Guadalajara, where, the police they killed a 31-year-old man that was in custody already for not wearing a COVID mask, and they brutally killed him, and the people have been protesting, and down there they do things a lot differently.
They don't play around down there.
You want to talk about corrupt cops?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really bad over there. Like, over here, we're really, really fortunate that there's not cartels running in the streets and hanging people, because they really hang people over there, and they really decapitate people. They have gone so far as lighting cops on fire, like with gasoline, and basically infiltrating the whole police department and taking them out and really killing them, you know? So it's a crazy time to be alive, and it's affecting the whole world. Now, I don't think it's going to get that bad here in the States.
Yeah.
We would have civil war before it would be chaos like that, but we're not that far from it happening because of how things are happening now. All I'm going to say is, whenever that verdict comes out about these cops that killed George Floyd, whatever that verdict is
that's a determining factor.
That's going to determine the fate of a lot of people. That is going to determine the fate of a lot of people. And the response of whatever that verdict is from our president is going to determine whether or not people are going to revolt or whatever. Either way, it's going to be chaos. Whatever happens is going to be chaos.
Oh, Vic, so I wanted to... Me and you talked about this a little bit on Instagram, about the people calling for Splash Mountain to be rebranded after realizing that it's actually based on a racist Disney film, Song of the South.
Song of the South.
Which they didn't put on Disney Plus for a reason.
No, for a reason. For a reason, obvious reasons. What are your thoughts on that? What do you think?
I was gonna say, I think I don't know what year Splash Mountain came out. I know it was during the 90s. So we were well into the new centuries of having common sense whether they wanted to put that specific story in a fucking Splash Mountain ride. But they had hundreds of other options probably to do for a new ride. The fact that they chose that is on them. The fact that they're opting to choose to change it is cool, but you have to let the people know why. And I don't think they're ready to let the people know why.
Exactly.
Most people don't even know about Song of the South.
And I don't think they've even made a statement on if they're changing it or not. I think it's just a lot of pushback right now from people realizing what that is actually representing.
Yeah.
So I think now they're kind of playing catch up, and they have to make a quick decision on what to do with that.
I'll tell you what, though, I think Disney is going to fight tooth and nail to cover up as much as they can, and they're probably, while we're speaking, trying to figure out what they can do to try to cover it up, because they're not open right now.
Right.
Anybody who knows Disney, they work overnight for reals, though.
Yeah, they're quick.
They're really quick not to change anything. Just like they changed A Bug's Life to get Kevin Spacey out of there, you know? So who knows what they're going to do? I don't really care on what they do as long as they let people know why they did it. I'm more concerned about people knowing what they're hiding more than anything, because why didn't they put that on Disney Plus? It's because once they get exposed, there's a lot of loyal Disney fans that I know if they were to be exposed to the truth, I don't know if they would fully give up on Disney. That's what I'm afraid.
You have to remember, Vic and James, that there are tons of Disney films that are not PC. They do have subtle racism, you know?
Yeah.
Tons of them. It's not just Song of the South.
No, of course.
Yeah, like, you know, Aladdin and fucking, I don't want to name other ones, but Song of the South is specifically, Song of the South specifically has, and I don't want to, you know, a runaway slave in it, right? Like, you can't deny that that's what was made. Like, that's what they had in it. And he sings, and I don't know, man. Once people figure out what it is, and it's a ride, what are they going to change it to?
I was reading some people's responses, and they were saying they should change it to Emperor's New Groove, and have the scene where she says, like, wrong lever. That's the drop. So that would you would hear her say, like, pull the lever, Gronk, or Gronk, whatever his name is, and then he would pull the lever, and then you'd go down the hill.
I think that working out.
It would work out, but it wouldn't fit the theme that's in that area, because that's kind of like Mayan or Inca. I think it is Inca.
That's true.
Because that is in the grizzly bear, or I don't know what is that area called, Vic? Like country.
Frontierland?
The Frontierland, there you go, yeah.
I'll do pop quiz, hotshot.
But they could make it work, because it would be right next to, I don't know, I mean, they could change it to whatever they wanted to, but I think that would make a lot of sense.
You know what, I'm gonna keep a close eye on that. I'm gonna do some investigation, because now I'm curious on how they're gonna handle that, because if they don't have any explanation on why they're gonna change it, and they just kind of cover it up, and that's pretty fucked up. You have to give the people a reason why you're doing it, especially if it's already been brought to light. Why not bring it to light? I think they feel that they fucked up, you know, and they haven't addressed it since before this, you know. So I feel like now they're going to be on the back burner of, hey, we might have to publicly apologize for having racist cartoons, basically.
And that's what a lot of people were saying, is a lot of comments that I was reading, a lot of people surprised that people are just now finding that out, that's what the right is.
It's been covered up, you know. The average Disney lover doesn't know about the Black Cauldron, doesn't know about the fucking Song of the South. They don't know that Disney Studios made World War II Hitler propaganda featuring Donald Duck. They don't know that shit because it's not publicly at Disneyland. Like, they don't fucking show that because it's probably something that they're not very proud of, but it's there. It's still there, you know?
Right.
But I don't. But
they're trying to make up for it. I think a lot of companies are right now.
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen, but that's a good point that you brought that up, because now I'm curious to know how they're going to tackle it.
And they're probably afraid because they got all that Marvel and Disney money. So it's like, they're probably like, and they use a lot of African American actors, and
they got that Wakanda money, fool.
Yeah.
That Wakanda money was huge. I do have one last important question.
Go ahead.
And it's for James.
Okay.
Hey James, where can these fine people find us?
So, if you are stumbling upon this podcast by a random chance, we are Drop the Mic. You can find us on every platform that basically plays podcasts. There's a huge list, just the main few, like iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker. So it's tons of more podcasts that are third-party platforms that do play podcasts. You can find us there. If you have the time, give us 5 stars, a thumbs up, positive review. If you do have that time, it only takes about 30 seconds to say something positive. And it doesn't hurt to say anything. We have an Instagram page where you can comment on our posts, weekly recommendations, our past episodes that we've gone over. You can send requests if you'd like, whatever it may be. If you don't want to be so public, you can also DM us. And me and Wes are both attached to that, so we can respond to you as soon as we do get notified of any type of conversations that anybody wants to have. If anybody sees Diego, let him know that we said hi.
Ah!
I think I saw his face on the back of a milk carton somewhere.
No, I saw his face on the back of a White Claw box.
So
He's crushing over his head.
next week, are we going? Are we going to do a movie episode or?
I think we should just do a regular episode and just have a news focus. But also I think we should play it by ear because depending on
The next 7 days.
Yeah, I feel like that. Because who knows, you know?
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? But I think we should let Diego know, like, hey, dude, we should lighten it up and do something. You know, we'll still have like a little like a news focus. We'll name it, fucking the Revolution Won't Be Televised segment. We'll talk about, and we'll have a special segment so we don't feel like we're overwhelming somebody with the hard issues at hand, because sometimes certain people can't, take it.
Yeah.
Maybe they have they don't want to fully listen to what's out there, and they just want to choose something, relax, talk about a movie. And we'll do that next week.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah, next week, yeah. What are we doing next week? What movie is it again?
The Disaster Artist, I believe.
The Disaster Artist.
They just put it on Netflix. I wanted to say that. They just put it on Netflix, so easier to watch now than before.
Are you sure we're doing it?
We could just message them. I think we all should send them separate messages or on the group chat and just say, "Hey, Diego," and then see if he responds to any of us.
He really is like Diego from Umbrella.
Yeah, number 2, dude. Throwing knives.
All secluded.
Come on, Diego. All right. Well, then, I guess until next week, then, guys.
Yeah.
We'll play it by ear. We'll let you
Happy
guys know.
dudes.
Thanks for listening,
Enjoy,
and
Emma.
thanks to Emma for coming on for the second week in a row.
Thanks, Emma.
Yes, thank you.
It's always nice to have the female perspective on the show.
Yes.
A teacher with credentials.
You hear that? A teacher with credentials.
Yeah.
With over a decade of experience. Boy.
Over a decade, guys.
Not 6 months.
Oh.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Peace out before,
Be
we get
safe.
wild out here.
Be safe if you're going to any protests this weekend.
Drink
Stay
water.
hydrated.
Drink lots of water.
Yeah.
Take snacks.
All right, guys.
Good night.
See ya.
Good night. Later.